Good evening and welcome to Express News. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. 100 news and updates in just 30 minutes, non-stop. Let's begin. In Bihar, all arrangements have been put in place for the second phase of assembly elections. 94 constituencies spread over 17 districts will go to polls in this phase tomorrow. Over 2.85 crore voters will decide the political future of 1,463 candidates. Elections are also due in 56 other assembly seats in 11 states this week. Voting to fill 54 vacant seats in state assemblies will be held tomorrow. Voting for 2 seats in Manipur will be held on November 7th. Voting will be held tomorrow for 28 seats in Madhya Pradesh, 1 seat each in Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Telangana, 8 seats of Gujarat, 2 seats each in Jharkhand, Karnataka, Nagaland and Odisha, 7 seats of Uttar Pradesh. On November 7th, elections will be held for Valmiki Nagar Lok Sabha seat in Bihar, along with the third phase of polling for the assembly elections in the state counting for all seats will be taken up on November 10th. Union Minister for Science and Technology Dr. Harshvardhan today released a special cover commemorating Golden Jubilee year of Department of Science and Technology in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, Union Minister said that during the last 6 years, there has been unprecedented progress in the field of science and technology, and a startup ecosystem has been created in the country. Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kishan Reddy today attended a conference on women's safety on the theme "Let's Talk Strategies and Way Forward to Prevent Crime Against Women." The Supreme Court has asked the centre to file status report in 6 weeks on the proceedings pending in the United Kingdom for extradition of fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya to India. A bench of Justices Jiju Lalit and Ashok Bhushan asked Solicitor General to file status report in the matter in 6 weeks and posted it for hearing in the first week of January. The bench also refused to accept the plea of Advocate E.C. Agarwal, who has been appearing for Mallya in Apex Court, seeking discharge from the case. The 24th edition of Malabar Naval Exercise is scheduled in 2 phases in November 2020. Phase 1 of the exercise Malabar 20, involving participation by Indian Navy, United States Navy, Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and Royal Australian Navy is set to commence off Visakhapatnam in Bay of Bengal from November 3rd to 6th. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted people on the occasion of Prakash Purab of Sri Guru Ram Das Ji. Prime Minister Modi tweeted and said, Sri Guru Ram Das Ji placed great emphasis on serving others, ending all forms of inequality and discrimination. His quest for a kind and harmonious society inspires us all. Greetings on Prakash Purab of Sri Guru Ram Das Ji. Pollution levels in national capital has worsened and most of the regions in the city remain under very poor category in terms of air quality. According to Central Pollution Control Board data, Air Quality Index AQI was recorded at 302 in ITO and Anand Vihar was recorded at 340. It falls under very poor category. National Jal Jeevan Mission holds consultation meeting with over 50 sector partners, including trust, NGOs and UN agencies, for making the mission truly a people's movement as envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Jal Jeevan Mission, the flagship program of Union Government, aims to provide tap water connections to all rural homes in the country by 2024. The mission aims to improve the lives of people and bring ease of living. India continues to occupy the top global position as the country with maximum number of COVID recoveries. The total recoveries have crossed 75 lakhs today. 53,285 recoveries were registered in the last 24 hours regarding COVID in India. The active cases have sustained on the downslide. The total active cases in India stand at 5,61,908. The active cases comprise only 6.83% of the total positive COVID cases in the country. In a span of just 2 months, the percentage of active cases have reduced more than 3 times. On 3rd September, the percentage of active cases were 21.16%. India has demonstrated an exponential increase in number of COVID-19 cumulative tests since January 2020. Expanded testing has led to early identification and appropriate treatment. It has crossed the landmark of 11 crore total tests as of today. The country's testing capacities have multiplied manifold, with 2,037 labs across the country and with collaborative efforts of centre, state and union territory governments. Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla reviewed the situation of COVID-19 in Delhi today. The meeting was also attended by Dr. V.K. Paul, Member Niti Aayog, Secretary Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Director General ICMR, Chief Secretary and other senior officers of Government of NCT Delhi, Commissioner of Delhi Police. The strategy to contain the spread of COVID-19 in national capital, especially keeping in view the festival season and decreasing temperatures accompanied by rising pollution, was discussed at length with representatives of Ministry of Health and health experts who were present in the meeting. The Union Government has extended Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme by 1 month till November 30th, 2020, or till such time that an amount of Rs 3 lakh crore is sanctioned under the scheme. The extension of Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme will provide a further opportunity to such borrowers who have not availed of the scheme so far to obtain credit under the scheme. Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant has said UPI has crossed 2 billion transactions mark in October 2020. He added that UPI volume has grown by 80% to reach 2.07 billion transactions last month. Transaction value jumped 101% from Rs 1,91,359 crores to Rs 3,86,106 crores. It was a choppy day for Indian equity markets as benchmark indices broke the 3-day losing streak and ended higher today. At close, the Sensex was 143.51 points or 0.36% at 39,757. Nifty was up 26.80 points or 0.23% at 11,669. The rupee depreciated 32 paise and settled at 74.42 provisional against the US dollar on Monday. Gold prices rise amid festive season to reach 50,835 rupees per 10 gram today. Silver prices also jumped by 1,600 rupees to plunge at 61,700 rupees per kilogram. Crude oil prices today went down to reach 2,590. Meanwhile, US presidential elections to be held tomorrow. More than 9 crore Americans have already voted in the early polls. Democrat challenger Joe Biden leads in national opinion polls, though the race is seen as close enough for battleground states that President Donald Trump could achieve the 270 votes needed to win in the state-by-state electoral college that determines the overall final victory. The US dollar rose on Monday as investors prepared for presidential elections, while a surge in global coronavirus cases continued to weigh on the sentiment. More than 4 crore 68 lakh coronavirus people have contracted the virus worldwide. Over 12 lakh 6,000 have succumbed to COVID-19 across the world so far. The United States remains worst hit with highest number of infections and fatalities due to COVID. The US has over 94 lakh 75,000 cases of coronavirus, with a death toll surging past 2 lakh 36,000. The World Health Organization chief said on Sunday that he was self-quarantining after coming in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19, but stressed that he had no symptoms. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that England would go back into a national lockdown after the United Kingdom passed the milestone of 1 million COVID-19 cases and a second wave of infections threatened to overwhelm the health service. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that 1-month lockdown across England would kick in at a minute past midnight on November 5th morning and last until December 2nd. Muslim pilgrims flew to Saudi Arabia on Sunday to perform the Umrah pilgrimage as the kingdom started to relax measures it had taken to curb the spread of coronavirus. Planes carrying about 400 worshippers from Pakistan and Indonesia landed at King Abdulaziz International Airport, where they were subjected to mandatory COVID-19 health checks. Hundreds of Brazilians took to the streets of Sao Paulo on Sunday to protest against state government's plans to make Chinese coronavirus vaccine mandatory. Vaccine policy has led to a simmering debate between Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro and key governors who have been exploring alternatives to AstraZeneca vaccine the federal government has prioritized. Israel began human trials for its COVID-19 vaccine candidate, which, if successful, could be ready for the general public by end of next summer. In Israel, 80 volunteers will initially take part in the trial that will be expanded to 960 people in December. And German tourists were soaking up the sun on Cuba's beaches as the island country continues to open tourist facilities while keeping coronavirus in check. And Egypt announced on Sunday the official results of the first round of parliamentary elections, with turnout reaching 28.6% of total voters. In Egypt, over 9 million voters in 14 governorates participated in the election. The second round will take place on November 7th and 8th. Runoffs will take place in late November and early December. At least 10 people died and 3 others have been reported missing after Typhoon Goni, the world's strongest typhoon this year, barreled through the south of Philippines' main island of Luzon on Sunday. In Mexico, the show La Llorona was held on 27th time for a day of dead. The show recounted the heartbreak of not being able to say goodbye, which has been experienced of many who have lost their loved ones to coronavirus. In London, a butcher has come up with Britain's first permanent vegan shop to sell meat-free versions of various products to coincide with World Vegan Day. Hong Kong celebrated Halloween. Partygoers in Hong Kong wearing costumes gathered on streets to celebrate the festival despite coronavirus outbreak. Meanwhile, police carrying banners patrolled across the area in Hong Kong asking people to avoid gathering or crowding at one place. In Taiwan, more than 130,000 people marched through the Taipei to celebrate LGBTQ plus equality and the island's success in fighting coronavirus in one of the largest pride marches globally this year. Union Minister, Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju virtually inaugurated Sports Authority of India's new regional centre in Zirakpur, Punjab, which will now act as one of the main SI centres for the northern belt of India. During the event, Sports Minister congratulated the coaches and athletes who would be training at the new centre and said once COVID-19 situation is better, he will personally visit the centre. The virtual launch ceremony was attended by some 300 participants. Lewis Hamilton was dominant once again as he won the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix on Sunday. Lewis Hamilton seals 9th win of the season at Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix after taking the lead from Valtteri Bottas. The result means Mercedes have won their 7th straight Constructors' Championship in Italy. Hamilton's 93rd career success extended his lead over Bottas in championship to 85 points with 4 races remaining. Gareth Bale's first goal since re-signing of Tottenham helped his side beat Brighton to go second in the Premier League table. Bale's return to Spurs has been hampered by knee injury and lack of pre-season, but he made his first real impact by coming off the bench and heading home 73rd minute winner. Harry Kane has moved into the top 10 all-time Premier League goals list, notching his 149th strike to move level with Leo Ferdinand. Arsenal won away at Manchester United in Premier League for the first time in 14 years. United's run without a home win in league stretches to 6 games as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men sink to 15th position in the table. Aubameyang is the first Arsenal player to score a penalty at Old Trafford in the Premier League. Neither of the previous 2 attempts were converted. United have taken just 7 points from their Premier League games this season, the lowest tally at this stage. David Moyes' short stint at the helm in 2013-14, a campaign in which they went on to finish 7th. Everton missed the chance to return to the top of the Premier League as Callum Wilson scored twice to give Newcastle a first win in the 3 matches. The result means that Carlo Ancelotti's side remains second, 3 points behind Liverpool, while Magpies move up to the 10th position. Southampton broke into the Premier League top four after midfielder James Ward-Prowse curled in a pair of sublime free kicks and set up another goal on his 26th birthday to engineer a thrilling 4-3 win at Aston Villa. Villa, who narrowly avoided relegation last season, had enjoyed majestic form as they won their opening 4 games but have now been brought down to earth after Southampton ripped through them in the opening hour. David Silva scored his first goal for Real Sociedad in the La Liga side 4-1 win at Celta Vigo, which returned them to the top of the standings. Substitute Cristiano Ronaldo scored twice in his return after 2 weeks with COVID-19 as Juventus won a Serie A rookie Spezia. 35 years old who missed 4 games slotted in to make it 2-1 3 minutes after coming on the second half. His second goal was a cheeky Panenka penalty after Adrien Rabiot's cool finish had given Juve a 2-goal advantage. And according to media reports, England World Cup winner and former Manchester United stalwart Bobby Charlton has been diagnosed with dementia. The report said news was being disclosed with blessings of Charlton's wife Norma, with the hope that the knowledge of this diagnosis would help others. Russia's Andrei Rublev beat Italy's Lorenzo Sonego 6-4, 6-4 to win Vienna Open for his 5th ATP Tour title of the year, the most by any player on the tour. The 8th-ranked Russian has won 3 of his last 4 tournaments, improving to 7-2 in career finals. Sunday's win earned him a berth for the season-ending ATP Finals in London. Australian John Millman claimed his debut ATP title with a 7-5, 6-1 win over France's Adrien Marinaro at the Senna Open on Sunday. 31-year-old's career milestone came at his 3rd appearance in an ATP final after Tokyo in 2019 and Budapest the season before. And Russia will attempt to overturn its 4-year ban from international competition this week in the latest chapter of long-running and controversial saga over state-sanctioned doping. The Tour de France riders will climb to the iconic Mount Ventoux twice next year through 2 different courses. The route is more traditional than last year's, leaving more stages to the sprinters and giving time trial specialists a better chance to shine. Wishes poured in for superstar Shah Rukh Khan as he turned 56 today. Born in New Delhi, the actor stunned in many superstar films including Deewana, Bazigar, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and many more. Singer and music composer Anu Malik has also his birthday today. His compositions including A Garam Chai Ki Pyali and many others have been popular among masses. The creators of Sunburn Festival have announced this year's edition. The 3-day-long event will be commencing from December 27th at Vagator in Goa. Bollywood actress Sesha Deol also celebrated her birthday today. She won numerous awards for her performance, including Filmfare Award for Best Female Debut at the 48th Filmfare Awards. Actress Sophie Turner is all set to voice Princess Charlotte for upcoming web series The Prince. Actor Orlando Bloom will be playing the role of Prince Harry in the series. An Oscar-nominated producer, Charles Gordon, dies at the age of 73. His directorial includes October Sky, Die Hard and Fields of Dreams. American actor, director and comedian David Shermer also has his 54th birthday today. He is known for his role in Friends and Madagascar film series. Horror thriller Come Play bagged mere $3.5 million in North America's Halloween box office this opening. The film is directorial debut of Jacob Chase this film. Actor Eddie Hassel passes away at the age of 30. He appeared in Oscar-nominated film The Kids Are All Right. And finally, Hollywood star Ethan Hawke has teamed up with his daughter Maya Hawke for the coming-of-age feature Revolver. Andrew Stanton will helm the project from the script by Kate Duffrey. And with that, we conclude this edition of Express News. News and updates continue after a short break. Namaskar.